Hey Taurus, welcome back. I just pulled cards for you, and honestly, what came through is really interesting. This reading is about something you're being called to master financially, and the energy here feels significant. So let me walk you through what I'm seeing. I want to start by saying that this reading has a really grounded yet transformative quality to it. The cards are showing me a journey, and it's not just about money in a surface level way. This is about your relationship with wealth, with value, with what you're building for yourself. And Taurus, you know how much you value security and stability? So what's coming through here is going to resonate deeply with you. The first card I pulled is the World, and this is already telling me something powerful. The World represents completion, wholeness, achievement. When this card shows up in a reading about financial mastery, it's indicating that you're approaching or entering a phase where everything comes full circle. You've been working on something, maybe for a long time, and there's this sense of cosmic alignment happening. The World suggests that you're not starting from scratch here. You've accumulated knowledge, experience, skills. You've been through cycles of learning, and now you're reaching a point where all those pieces are coming together. This card tells me that what you're being called to master financially isn't some random new thing. It's actually the culmination of everything you've already been building. The universe is saying, you're ready for this. You've earned this level of mastery. And here's what's beautiful about the World in this position. It also represents recognition. Your financial mastery isn't going to be hidden or private. There's a quality of being seen, acknowledged, maybe even celebrated for what you know and what you can do. For Taurus, this is significant because you're an earth sign who values tangible results. The World is giving you that confirmation that yes, your efforts matter, yes, you're on the right path, and yes, there's a completion energy that's going to bring real satisfaction. Now, the second card is Ten of Swords. And I know this might look intense at first, but hear me out. The Ten of Swords represents an ending, a release, a point where you can't continue doing things the old way anymore. In the context of financial mastery, this card is actually showing me that part of what you're being called to master is letting go of old beliefs about money. Maybe you've been carrying some really limiting ideas about what you're capable of earning or what you deserve. Maybe there's been a pattern of self-sabotage or fear that's been keeping you stuck. The Ten of Swords says that cycle is done. It's over. And sometimes the only way we truly transform is by hitting a point where we realize the old way simply doesn't work anymore. This isn't about failure, Taurus. This is about liberation. You're being called to master the art of releasing what no longer serves your financial growth. And I'm seeing that this might involve some mental shifts. The sword suit is all about thoughts, beliefs, mental patterns. So the mastery here includes recognizing when your own thinking is holding you back. It's about cutting through illusions and facing reality clearly. The Ten of Swords can also represent the moment right before dawn, that darkest point that comes before breakthrough. So if you've been feeling stuck or defeated around money, this card is actually incredibly hopeful. It's saying that ending is necessary for your new beginning. What you're mastering is the wisdom that comes from knowing when to stop fighting and when to surrender to a new approach. The third card is Ten of Cups, and this just completely shifted the energy of this reading. The Ten of Cups is about emotional fulfillment, harmony, joy, abundance in relationships, and life satisfaction. When I see this card in a financial mastery reading, it tells me that what you're being called to master isn't just about accumulating wealth. It's about creating financial abundance that supports your happiness. This is such a Taurus thing, actually. You want your money to create a beautiful life, not just sit in a bank account. The Ten of Cups says that your financial mastery is connected to your emotional well-being. You're learning how to make money decisions that honor what truly matters to you. Maybe you're mastering the balance between earning and enjoying, between saving and experiencing. This card suggests that your relationship with money is becoming more holistic, more integrated with your values. And there's something here about family or legacy too. The Ten of Cups can indicate that you're building something that will provide security and joy, not just for you, but for the people you love. Your financial mastery has a heart-centered quality to it. You're not just chasing numbers. You're creating a foundation for genuine happiness and peace of mind. The fourth card is Five of Cups, and this adds an interesting layer. The Five of Cups is traditionally about loss, disappointment, focusing on what went wrong. In this reading about financial mastery, it's showing me that part of your journey involves processing past financial disappointments or mistakes. Maybe there were investments that didn't pan out, opportunities you missed, choices you regret. The Five of Cups says that mastering your financial life includes making peace with those experiences. It's about learning from loss without being defined by it. And here's what's really important about this card in your reading. The figure in the Five of Cups is so focused on the spilled cups that they don't see the two cups still standing behind them. This tells me that you're being called to master a shift in perspective. Yes, acknowledge what didn't work. Yes, learn from mistakes, but don't let past disappointments blind you to current opportunities. Your financial mastery involves emotional maturity around money. It involves understanding that setbacks are part of the journey, not evidence that you're somehow bad with money or undeserving of abundance. The Five of Cups is teaching you to grieve what needs to be grieved, and then turn around to see what's still available to you. This is profound work, Taurus. This is about emotional intelligence in your financial life. The fifth card is Nine of Swords, and I want to be really honest with you about what this represents. The Nine of Swords is about anxiety, worry, mental anguish, those sleepless nights where your mind won't stop spinning. In the context of what you're being called to master financially, this card is pointing to the mental and emotional stress that can come with money. And here's the thing, Taurus. You might be someone who worries about money more than others realize. You might have fears about security, about not having enough, about worst-case scenarios. The Nine of Swords says that part of your financial mastery is learning to manage this anxiety. It's about recognizing when worry is productive and when it's just torture. Because here's the truth, most of what we worry about never happens. The Nine of Swords often represents imagined fears more than actual circumstances. So what you're being called to master is the relationship between your thoughts and your financial reality. You're learning that you can acknowledge fear without being controlled by it. You're developing the ability to stay grounded even when uncertainty arises. This card also suggests that you might be in the process of healing some deep-seated financial trauma or anxiety. Maybe this comes from your family background, maybe from past experiences. But the mastery here is about breaking free from patterns of fear-based thinking around money. It's about building genuine confidence in your ability to handle whatever comes. The sixth card is the Magician, and this is where things get really exciting. The Magician is all about skill, resourcefulness, manifestation, power. This card says you have everything you need. You have the tools, the talents, the intelligence, the ability to create what you desire. When the Magician appears in a reading about financial mastery, it's confirming that you're developing real skills, real capabilities that will serve you for life. This isn't luck or chance. This is you stepping into your power as someone who knows how to make things happen. The Magician is connected to communication, to using your voice, to teaching or sharing what you know. So part of your financial mastery might involve becoming someone others look to for wisdom or guidance around money. Or it might mean that you're learning to communicate your value more effectively, to negotiate, to advocate for yourself. The Magician also represents the idea that you can transform your circumstances. You're not a victim of your financial situation. You're a co-creator. What you're mastering is the understanding that your thoughts, your actions, your choices all combine to create your financial reality. And the Magician is incredibly empowering because it says you already have what it takes. You don't need to wait for some external savior or perfect opportunity. You are the opportunity. Your mastery involves recognizing and claiming your own power. The seventh card is Nine of Pentacles. And Taurus, this card is absolutely beautiful for you. The Nine of Pentacles represents self-sufficiency, abundance, refinement, enjoying the fruits of your labor. This is the card of someone who has worked hard and now gets to enjoy the rewards. In your reading about financial mastery, the Nine of Pentacles is showing me the outcome of your journey. You're being called to master the ability to create sustainable, independent wealth. Not wealth that depends on anyone else. Not wealth that comes and goes unpredictably, but solid, reliable abundance that you've built yourself. This card has such dignified energy. It's about quality over quantity, about appreciating beauty and comfort, about having enough and knowing it. For Taurus, this really speaks to your soul because you value the sensory experience of abundance. You want to feel secure, to live in a beautiful environment, to enjoy good things. The Nine of Pentacles says that your financial mastery is about creating exactly that kind of life. And there's a patience to this card too. The figure in the Nine of Pentacles didn't get there overnight. They cultivated their garden carefully over time. So what you're mastering includes the ability to think long-term, to make choices today that create abundance tomorrow. This card also represents self-respect and self-reliance. Your financial mastery is tied to your sense of worth and your ability to stand on your own 2 feet. The eighth card is Three of Wands, and this brings in the element of vision and expansion. The Three of Wands shows someone standing on a cliff looking out at the horizon, ships coming in with goods and opportunities. This card is about planning, about having vision, about sending your energy out into the world and waiting for the returns. In terms of financial mastery, the Three of Wands tells me you're being called to think bigger. Maybe you've been playing small, staying in your comfort zone, limiting yourself to what feels safe. This card is saying it's time to expand your vision of what's possible. Your financial mastery involves learning to take calculated risks, to invest in yourself and your future, to believe that your efforts will pay off even when you can't see the results yet. The Three of Wands has such optimistic energy. It's forward-looking, confident, excited about what's coming. And for Taurus, who can sometimes resist change or new ventures, this card is encouraging you to be brave. Your mastery includes developing the ability to see opportunities before they fully manifest, to position yourself strategically, to plan for growth. This is about being proactive rather than reactive in your financial life. The Three of Wands also suggests collaboration or partnerships. Your financial growth might involve working with others, building networks, creating win-win situations where everyone benefits. The ninth card is Judgment, and this is a major arcana card of awakening, rebirth, transformation. Judgment represents a calling, a moment of clarity where you see yourself and your life from a higher perspective. In this reading about financial mastery, Judgment is telling me that you're experiencing or about to experience a significant shift in consciousness around money. This isn't just about learning new strategies or skills. This is about fundamentally changing how you see yourself as a financial being. Judgment asks, who are you becoming? What is your higher calling when it comes to wealth and resources? This card suggests that your financial journey has a spiritual dimension to it. You're not just mastering money for money's sake. You're evolving into a person who understands the deeper meaning of abundance, who uses resources wisely, who recognizes that wealth is energy and energy flows where intention goes. Judgment also represents accountability and self-assessment. Part of your mastery involves being honest with yourself about where you've been, what you've learned, what you need to do differently. But it's not about judgment in a harsh sense. It's about clear seeing, about rising to a new level of responsibility and awareness. The Judgment card says you're being reborn in your relationship with money. Old patterns are falling away. A new version of you is emerging, one who is wiser, more empowered, more aligned with true abundance. The 10th and final card is the Hierophant, and this brings everything full circle in such a meaningful way. The Hierophant represents tradition, wisdom, teaching, structure, systems. This card suggests that part of your financial mastery involves learning from established principles and proven methods. You're not reinventing the wheel here, Taurus. You're learning what works, what has worked for others, and applying those lessons to your own situation. The Hierophant can represent education, mentorship, guidance from someone who knows more than you do. So your mastery might involve seeking out teachers, taking courses, reading books, getting professional advice. There's humility in this card, a recognition that you don't have to figure everything out on your own. The Hierophant also represents values and ethics. Your financial mastery includes developing a clear set of principles around money, understanding what you will and won't do to earn it, knowing what matters to you. And interestingly, the Hierophant can also represent becoming a teacher yourself. As you master your financial life, you might find yourself in a position to guide others, to share what you've learned, to be a source of wisdom and stability for people around you. This card brings such grounded, solid energy to your reading. It says that your financial mastery is built on a strong foundation of knowledge, values, and integrity. So Taurus, let me bring all of this together for you. What you're being called to master financially is really multifaceted and profound. You're completing a cycle and reaching a level of achievement that reflects all your past efforts. You're releasing old limiting beliefs and mental patterns that have held you back. You're learning to create financial abundance that supports genuine happiness and emotional fulfillment. You're making peace with past disappointments while staying open to current opportunities. You're managing financial anxiety and building confidence in your ability to handle uncertainty. You're stepping into your power as someone who has real skills and the ability to manifest what you desire. You're cultivating self-sufficient abundance that allows you to live with dignity and enjoy life's pleasures. You're expanding your vision and thinking bigger about what's possible for you. You're experiencing a spiritual awakening around money and your relationship with resources. And you're building everything on a foundation of wisdom, values, and proven principles. This is not a small thing, Taurus. This is a complete transformation of your financial life. And the cards are saying you're ready for it. You have what it takes. The universe is supporting you in this journey of mastery. Trust yourself. Trust the process. Keep learning, keep growing, keep moving forward. Your financial breakthrough is not just about having more money. It's about becoming the kind of person who knows how to create, manage, and enjoy abundance in all its forms. And that version of you is emerging right now. Thank you so much for being here with me for this reading. I hope these insights resonate with you and help you on your path. Take care of yourself, Taurus. You're doing better than you might realize.